December 16th. Violence only leads to more violence. We must all be peaceful warriors. Violence is an endless cycle. It's so much easier to fight fire with fire, but it's futile. An endless venue, a useless venue. It takes so much more energy for its creativity and courage to stand up and be willing to engage in a conversation with someone we don't agree with you. You can still come to a place of tolerance and respect them, respect without agreeing. We all have to be willing to communicate and respect one another even when we disagree. Go. Resist violence and demand respect and open communication. Be willing to see something a different way. Be willing to see the other person's side. What I have been going through a lot with is that I would never use violence to solve my issues. That's one thing I would not tolerate, and that's violence. And I have never been that type of person to really get violent, and I'm not that type of a person. When I was more going through all the years up to or before I went to a school which was my last primary school, second to last primary school, well, technically last primary school, I really wasn't that person. I was angry. I solved my issues with my fists and my mouth, which were, I regret in so many different ways. I wish I never acted like that, but at the time, I was a young girl who was going through 13 years of child abuse, and I cannot condone actions of anyone who will put that on their child. It's something that I realized as I was a teenager to where I am now, that violence is unacceptable regardless. If you're willing to punch someone, or if you're willing to make that situation become more bigger than it already is, then you're involved in that. So if you're willing to try to prove a point, you will be getting that consequences. This is one of the reasons why I will never turn to violence. Even if I'm so bloody damn pissed off, I will walk away from the situation, because that's what I was told to do. And that's what I will always do. So if something's really getting for one, or a situation could lead to that, I say, right, let's go. This situation's not worth it. Let's all walk away. Let's all calm down. That's what I would do. It's what I always have done. And what I want you guys to do. Violence is never the answer. And it actually makes it more into something more bigger. So communication is something that we all need to do. It's like the situation that me and my partner's brother, we went through for 2 years. And we talked about it at Christmas, how we both realized that we weren't going to agree on what was going on, and we both were bullying each other, and we realized that we couldn't agree, so we just moved on. And it has done so many wonders for us. Like, if me and my brother's partner, if we could move on for that situation for the first 2 years of the relationship, because they were, when I was talking to her, they were probably going to break up because of it, and I felt bad. And when she told me this over Christmas, I felt horrible for my actions, and it's something that we all need to realize. Violence is never the answer, and please understand that. If you're one of the people out there who thinks, oh, violence is the only way we can solve our issues. No, it's not. Talking about it and communicating, and with appropriate body language, because when we were trying to communicate and everything, we were like this. Nope. I don't want to hear your side. This is my side of the story. And sometimes I still do that body language, but when I have no voice, that's the only way I can communicate. But it's something for I have to learn. And it could be something that you need to learn on too. But learn, from your mistakes and say, okay, how can I solve this issue? Well, communicate. What you need to do, if you need some time to walk away, walk away. There's also another problem to something that you know you're not going to agree on and you just need to walk away. Nothing wrong with that.